Hello! New world! We're starting from scratch. There's nothing ready for World 8. That is what today's stream will be about. Getting that all sorted and situated. In the last minute, was reminded that in the previous stream we actually mapped out what we wanted our World 8 to look like. I have since changed this. This is I forgot about this, actually. That's number one. But I have since come up with something different that I think is it's a little more exciting. So this was the premise of We're Gamer. Hi, welcome. The premise of this this world is that it's... Well, that's the thing. We don't really have a premise. We just have the themes sorted out. Thank you, Dark Blue, for the 25 bits. I didn't hear it, but it happened. I heard it now. So World 8, the basic idea is that it's a synth wave, vaporwave type level. We got a whole bunch of inspirational photos last time. This is the general idea we'll be going for. Theme-wise, and we also, it's a very strange combination, but we also decided on the excavation site idea. That's just, I don't know, we're gonna work with it, we're gonna see what happens. It's gonna be an excavation site where you're discovering old video game relics, consoles, controllers, stuff like that. It's going to be, I think this will be one of the most challenging levels to nail. I'm going to have to really work in terms of textures. That's going to be a very big, it'll be an issue. Let's call it an issue. That's what it is. But I think it is possible to do, and I think we can find something that'll look beautiful and play well. The textures won't make it play well, but you know, have a level that plays well and makes it look great. Retro, hey, welcome. Banjo, that's a thing I do still. And Great Sofa King, welcome. Yeah, that just started, welcome. Yeah, I don't know how much there's left to go over. The new plans that I have for this level are... I can show you, but it's first off, it's so light that you can't see anything. And also, they're very, it's very general shapes that when I look at it, I'm like, oh yes, I know, that's where I want to put that thing, and whatever. To you, it will not mean much. Yeah, and then this, like I just said, since people are coming in, I kind of just forgot about this, and I have a new plan, and whatever. This is more city-based, which is something I didn't really want to do. This one will be... How would I describe it? It's not beach-based, but it'll be overlooking kind of an ocean and a lot of let's just start with a flat ground surrounded by mountains. The mountains will be the barrier, the ocean will be the other barrier. So there's like a little kind of a beach area. There's the flat area, which will have the excavation site area. And then I also have like a secret underground level that'll have a lot to do with the transformation for this world. The only thing that I'm missing and I'm still trying to figure out is, especially because this is a World 8, you need to have some more risky gameplay and difficulty, I think. I'm thinking about what to do in terms of the verticality of this level. I'm thinking of having like cranes and things like that. That hasn't been fully formed yet as an idea. But yes, this is what I'm thinking of. Chicks Detective, hi, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Yeah, I don't really want to do a city level. I did my town level for World 7, which I'm actually very proud of, and I don't want to try that again. Cities are fundamentally the most boring setting for games, usually. Grid-like areas, utilitarian-inspired structures, flat areas. Well, the nice thing about this theming is that... Okay, this is way too loud. I don't know if it's super loud for everybody, but it's super loud for me. The theming with this level is... And I might change this theming, because it might... I might just not be able to find a good texture for it. I wanted more of like a technological, vaporwave, synthwave, whatever you want to call it, theming to it. And some of this stuff is very blocky. So when it comes to stuff like a city, I thought like maybe that could work a little more. But I'm going to forego the city. The most city part of this will be, there will be mountains, and you can see buildings behind the mountain. Just like a flat texture. It might have 3 polygons to view from different angles, but that's it. He had an idea of sorts. What if Banjo explores the innards of an N64? I think that sounds like a great idea, and that might be something very worth doing. I think that this level will be the most transformation-heavy level. The others, it's like, you have a transformation, there's a jiggy or 2, maybe... I don't think I have any 3 jiggy transformations. I think this level will be that. And this is going to be the... Which kind of sucks. This is going to be the pumpkin transformation. I have to have it in this level. There's nowhere left to put it. It kind of sucks that you can't attack with that. But the areas where it'll be going, I don't think you need to. So there might be like that's a good idea. Have a little sub area, N64 that you can discover and then enter inside. I actually think that would be really fun. I actually really like that idea. Let me jot that down. Inside the N64. And I also want to try to implement town and city both in one hack. Oh, but like I said, this won't be a city. This is not going to be a city. This is going to be excavation site. Like digging and discovering ruins, probably some cranes, things like that. Okay, there are like a lot of messages here. Oh shoot, that's right, I forgot. So Kurko, he is doing something like that. But I mean, that doesn't mean I can't have my take on it. Doing a game inside an N64, like... I know his Nostalgia 64, I believe the hub world is very inspired by that idea. You're running around wires and different stuff like that. Because on the last stream, I was like, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure he's doing this already. But I think, at least for the excavation site as a whole, I think this will be quite different. Okay. I think we should get started. Yeah. Oh, the other thing that I want to mention is that, and I can't work on this too much because I have to figure out the limitations and find out what is actually possible. But if you watch me play, that cow guy made a troll hack, which made me suffer a lot, but was still fun. A lot of cool custom stuff going on in there. One thing that I really enjoyed was the tools, the Rusty Bucket Bay tool things that you punch in some eggs and then something pops out or pops forward, right? I think if possible, and if I could use multiple instances of that, I think that'll be a huge part of this level where you hop into these ditches and trenches and you use your eggs on, doesn't have to be a hole, but on areas that you will know that this is like a dig site. You're supposed to find something here. You could shoot eggs at it and something will pop out, right? So like some kind of artifact or whatever. I'm still trying to figure out like the gameplay around all that, but that is something I want to do. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of postponing starting the level because I'm a little nervous. I don't know. This is usually a really hard thing to do. Is like, okay, what's the first thing you do, especially when your idea is not fully fleshed out? I kind of want to lay out the whole area and get general sense of things, not the exact thing. Like the first trench is exactly how it'll be, but kind of a general sense of what it'll look like. Kind of what I want to do. Wordplay Ray, hi, welcome. I'm excited too. I'm excited because it's the penultimate level, and like we gotta get a move on with this thing. Okay, let me scoot in a little bit, and also I'm stalling. Let me also just do this real quick. Okay. Also, I'm playing Pokemon music because the new game's coming out not next week, but the week after, I think, on the 28th, and I'm kind of excited for it. Okay, let's start. So we'll start with let's start with a plane. Can't go wrong with a plane. Banjo is coming out tomorrow. I should be playing banjo music, but I do that too often. Okay. Let's get rid of this right here and then just start generally mapping something out here. Okay, I see. So there'll be a main center trench, and this the whole excavation site will be in layers. So there'll be a giant hole, and then a step down, another hole within that, then a step down, and then a hole within that, and then 3 like lower. And that's where a lot of the transformation stuff will take place. Luigi's Mansion mod. No, I haven't done that yet. That's the one by that Jackson made. All right. Okay, yeah. So the idea will be that the Mumbo transformation will be found. Uh-oh. What is this music? The Mumbo transformation will be found somewhere in this lowest trench area. And then as the pumpkin, you'll use little tunnels that go from one trench to the other. You kind of have to discover those trenches, or those holes. And then when you get to the last trench, there will be a hole that leads to a whole underground area where all the workers have gone. I hope I'm not spoiling, but like this is the general idea, where all the workers of this excavation site have gone, and they're actually like they're being lazy, they're throwing a party, and I changed it to this party thing, this party idea, because on the Discord there was a really great idea, which when I read it, I thought instantly like, oh, this is something I want to include. Dark 1997, you said that it'd be cool to try to make the pumpkin a disco ball. So there could be a whole thing there where you reach this party and they need a disco ball, and I don't know how I would make it work, but like you get there and you get a jiggy of some sort. Maybe you like put yourself where the disco ball's supposed to be, and there's also a jiggy there, or whatever. Or you trigger something. I don't know. And then in that underground workers room, I want to make some pumpkin focused jiggies in there. So probably two more down there. And so this pumpkin will never leave these bottom trenches in that underground area. It just can't go up any higher. So at least it'll make it simple for the transformation side of things. You won't be wondering like, am I supposed to take this anywhere? Or like, what's the deal here? I feel like this might be too big already. Okay, so let me explain this one more time. So the idea I could quickly show. Where's that option? So it won't be that huge. Be a little lower. But it's the general idea, right? So you're in this trench, or this hole. As Banjo, you can get out easily. As the pumpkin, you will not. And there will be holes going from here to here, here to here, but they're a little more hidden. Okay, good. I thought it was... I think my game needs a little more like flavor. It needs a little more uniqueness. It's a little too like, here's the level, but it doesn't have that much spark or creativity. I don't want to say creativity. It just doesn't have like the little, that extra touch that makes it feel, again, not real, but just more engaging, I guess. More Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to show you the whole thing. Like, this is what it looks like, right? So let's go back, because I'm not doing this right now, and plus I'm going to be changing these general shape formations once I know exactly what's going on inside there. Dude, just have to think, like, is this already too big from Banjo's perspective? Could be a little smaller, probably. And since I'm trying not to do too many levels, it might be best. Okay, what? It might be best to cool it with the polygons, because, like I said, I just want to make it one big level. So we gotta keep it low. It's always just generally better to try to keep it low. You have to think. If I took Banjo and Banjo's walking across, I want this to be a lot skinnier. So could bring it closer. And then probably shrink the outer edges more. Yeah, isn't that Banjo's coming to Switch tomorrow? What a wild thing to be happening right now. It's so interesting because it was announced and it was, you know, crazy and all, but it wasn't like, I cannot believe this is happening. It was just kind of like, oh wow, that is so great, that is so beautiful, and I cannot wait for it to happen. A few years ago, you would absolutely say, how is this real life? What is going on? And it's so interesting how time has changed. Changed a lot. And you have to thank Microsoft for that. Not so much Nintendo. This is Microsoft saying, "Hey, I think we'll get a lot more value bringing this to other systems, not just us." And I think that just should be recognized. Not Nintendo, necessarily. I mean, Nintendo had their part, but Nintendo didn't do the unbelievable thing, right? They're more profiting from the unbelievable thing. What I'm doing right now is kind of dumb, just because I will change these formations again anyway. I just wanted to straighten out the this outer part a little bit because it's a little big, and it shouldn't be. My mouse is doing that weird thing where while streaming, it like cuts off, freezes for a little bit. It's quite frustrating. But if you notice that happening, that's just a thing. What is this music? Okay, I missed more stuff. Sorry. You're going to cry very hard tomorrow, as you should. Very mad at Microsoft buying Activision. What's the reason? Just because of the state Activision is in, or because you don't like this ever-growing monopoly in gaming, or like what's the deal there? Because that's what I'm worried about. Like I don't like the idea of large corporations gobbling up these other pretty large and significant corporations. That's kind of worrisome to me. The price still isn't justifiable. Yeah, and family plan. Yeah, I was able to gather up. Actually, I joined somebody else's plan, and I brought with me 4 other people for a total of 8. So we each paid $11. That made it worth it. Oh, Aerith, yeah, no problem. And welcome. The Monopoly, yeah. To keep games off Luna and... Are people worried about Stadia or Stadia, whatever? I didn't think that was a concern, really. I don't buy that. I don't think I buy that as a reason. I think it's great for Microsoft to have a bunch of exclusives. Now, Microsoft is, they got stuff on PC. They're cool with porting stuff over to other consoles as well, depending on what it is. But like, yeah, they are full. Okay. I don't feel like there really is a competitor to Game Pass right now. Game Pass is, first off, such an incredible deal and service, and with this bringing on Activision is going to make it just unimaginably good in value and all that. I think that's really what they're going for. I think they're really putting everything they got into Game Pass, as they should, because it's a phenomenal service so far. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I don't really curse. Well, not really. I don't. Um, it's just something that I never really started, and I've just kind of gotten used to that, and that is how it is, you know. By the way, these excavation sites, they could actually connect to the wall here, and it would still be okay. I think that's just the Stadia thing, and I'm not too familiar with Luna, but I think that's just a side effect. I don't think they care. Anyway, okay. This is what I'm thinking for the level. Where's Banjo? How does that look for height? Did the freezing thing. I think it should be lower. I don't want it to be a thing about like you have a hard time getting out. That's not interesting to me. Also, where's like the front of the level, the back of the level? Where is all that? Kind of sounds like a Metroid Prime, which is interesting. Why don't make this too big? Everything seems so big. The only silver lining is Toys for Bob making a Banjo remake. That's only if they do it. I don't want the remake. Give me a new game. No remake. No need. That's like my, I haven't thought about it at all comment. No rant. You're good. Don't worry about it. Crash Engine would do wonders for Banjo. Like, it would be cool to see that all come back like that, but I don't know. I want something new. I'm waiting for the new game, not the remake. Although that's interesting how they remade Crash 1 through 3, and then they came back having, you know, having just tinkered with it all. Am I correct in that? Toys for a Bot, didn't they do the remakes and then they did Crash 4? I hope. I'd probably be happy with anything. It's been so long. Like, what does Banjo even mean in today's gaming landscape? You know, all the improvements that we've had over the years in terms of platformers and what's good, what's bad, what's annoying, what should go. It's going to be quite different. And that excites me, and that's what I want to see. Yeah. 2 more little excavation sites there. Okay. And you see how it's quite like rigid. It's very perfect angles. Like, that'll change. That'll be different. For another play with viewers, did I do that recently? Oh yeah, I played Mario Party with people. Oh, didn't I play with you? I played with Aerith, Sofa King, and Dark Boot. That's who it was. There we go. Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago. That was not that long ago. The same could have been said for Metroid, but Dread showed that the classics are still in. I don't... Here's the thing. Metroidvanias have continued on all throughout, you know, since Super Metroid. Those have continued on and people still love them. 3D platformers popular in the N64, PlayStation 1 days, those fell off quite a bit. People stopped making them for a while, and a lot of people look back at them and say, like, this doesn't really hold up anymore. For our gaming standards today, we don't find this as much fun or as cool and innovative anymore, and that has to evolve. And now you have things like Odyssey and Ukulele, A Hat in Time. That's a great example, actually. Those are evolutions of the 3D platformer, and Banjo has to evolve too. I don't think you can get the same game. Although I will say that Banjo is my favorite 3D platformer, so I think that's like the golden standard here, and I think it does a lot right. But I think you're going to run into a bit of opposition if you throw someone to a level and say, collect all 100 of these notes again. I think I'm not sold on what I just said, though, actually. I think it'll just have a lot to do with the level design. Because, like, Ukulele had a lot of collecting to do, but some of those levels were so big and I want to say a little bit confusing in terms of location and a general understanding of where you are, that it made the collecting less fun. Yeah, Jigsaw Detective, we need to get you in on another Mario Party game. Because the one that we played, I don't think that was streamed. And then, what is that dark poo? It exists, it's there, and we're gonna continue on. And then the other Mario Party game you played, we maybe did one turn, and then it shut off after 20 minutes because the lag was so bad. Okay, and then this extra outer layer will be some of the giant things. Some of the bigger ruins that you can find. I don't know what the 8 is for, truthfully. Setting up a Mario Party. I'm not playing any Mario Party today. This is what I'm doing today. What is this Pokemon thing? There. Listen to this. Okay, so this is the general excavation site, the main part. Then there'll be some stuff on the side, some cranes, tents. There'll be a little cliff, the overlook, a little entrance area. It's a whole thing. But this is kind of the main spot. So you'll have 5 of these sections and then larger excavation things here. Oh, that's actually not that much room. Also, wait, what? Okay, there we go. That's good, because there wasn't supposed to be that much stuff there. So someone might have had 07 before me. Who was Super Zambezi? Oh, but you know what? Because it's Super Z. So there's 7 other people who had Super Z and then something. It's not right. This is a digging mission. Yeah, this is like I mentioned the toll thing where you shoot eggs at like the hole and something pops out. I want to try to make use of that here in this level. And one thing we should do is save before disaster strikes, as it normally does and tend to do. And this is going to be 8A. We'll call it dig. No, excavation. This is going to be a little road here. Kind of leads to a parking lot. The road's going to kind of go over above this area here and go to a little parking spot over here. Let's try to make the general area though. This is where I look at my map. That's a whole lot of space. Well, I'll play around this and kind of close it up, shrink it a little bit. There's only one Super Zamzik. This is correct. If you see any others, they're imposters. Sorry to say, but it's the truth. See, I don't like this. How this is turning out right now. But this is the general idea for the level. Can you request a Pokemon song? You can only if it's from the soundtrack of XY, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Ultra Sun. Nope, just Sun and Moon. And maybe Ultra. The battle theme from X. Yeah, okay, we could do that if I could find it. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Blah, 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 blah. That's confusing. No, get rid of this. Start over. It's going to be a little road, like I said. It goes to a parking lot. Very exciting, I know. Should be here-ish. that's the best Pokemon battle theme. Maybe Wild, even that I don't agree with. It's very tame. It's very like, let's have fun, which I guess is important in a Pokemon game, but doesn't exactly inspire. I don't know, a challenge, level of urgency. I'm kind of curious to try some of this like vaporwave stuff. I need a dirt texture. That's funny, but I do. Let me take a look here at some textures from. I can look at My Party 5, My Party 4. My good friend Spider Staryu is ripping a whole bunch of textures from a whole bunch of games, and he just got those two, which is very, very exciting. I'm gonna move it to a different folder, which it's gonna take a minute. The previous one sounded like Holidays at the Mall. That was Trainer's Eyes Meet Lass. Most people that I know from the internet are from Mario Party Legacy. That's just like Dark Boo, Mario Party Legacy. There were members there. Then we started the whole podcast. We did that for a couple of years. They were also on like the moderation team, and yeah, I continue to talk to them to this day. Sometimes I wonder why I do that with certain people, because they can be so troubling. But that's the origin story there. All right, let's take a look at Mario Party 5. I don't like it that big. Let's get past these little ones. I'm just looking for like a wall texture of some kind. Dirt texture, I'm sure there's something. Not these long ones. I don't want that. So somewhere here. We'll find something. Well, this is interesting. Huh. Huh. Wonder who he's talking. Oh, that should be quite obvious. I think that's what the eyes mean. By the way, nice upload today on the blue coins for the health. That was the worst blue coins challenge. I think the worst one is yet to come. Noki Bay sounds very annoying with all the holes and crevices and passageways and how everything's vertical, so if you fall, it's over. And that to me is not exciting. That I dread. This is a good texture right here, actually. Those were pictures of a USPS package that I received from home, and they totally botched the whole thing. It was a 2-day shipping situation, a box full of fruit, wonderful, and a couple of other things. And they mailed it over here, and it didn't show up on the day it was supposed to. Instead of showing up, the status changed to forwarded for some unknown reason. And yes, the address was correct by the end. And I went to the post office that day, waited there a whole bunch. They tried to find the package. They said that the package, like, it was out and they couldn't contact the person who had the package. So they told me, you know what, you go home, we'll call you when we figure it all out. Surprise, I didn't get a call. So 1 week later, I went back and waited a bunch again, and then I talked to them again, and they went searching for it again, and they found it at the post office 10 days later instead of 2 days later. So a lot of the fruit had gone bad, and there was some other stuff that went bad. It was a whole mess, so I took pictures of it, and now today I actually sent the claim in for damaged items. Yeah. So that's how my life's going. So back in Arizona, where my parents live, we have a lot of orange trees. So that's all fresh fruit. And also because I was sick, my mom was like, you know what? I need to send every possible thing that can heal someone over. There's no stopping her. So that happened too. So yeah, we have just a ton of fruit, and it's fresh fruit right from the tree, and so they sent it over, which I appreciate greatly. Unfortunately, a lot of the fruit went bad. I think I was able to only recover like 5 fruit out of 50. Anyway, I got my texture that I wanted to check out. It's an interesting grass texture here. Yeah. When I was sick, I got a phone call at least 3 times a day. Oh, it's so funny. But yeah. All right, let's take a look here. Oh, that's not good. That's not good either. That's the best one. Allegedly. Anyway, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to be doing this for long. Let me just... No, this is all fine. Okay. Oh, and let me check if... See, but this isn't synthware at all. This is just a normal texture. Whatever. I'll deal with it all later. You know what? Just export. Just send it out. Grass 1. Sure. I kind of just want to have something. This gives me a sense of, wow, this level's coming together, even though I didn't model anymore. This is me making myself feel better, because it's a nerve-wracking thing to start a level, because there's so many unknowns and you kind of don't know what you're doing completely. You don't fine-tune until after you make a whole bunch of junk. See, that's not even accurate because the Nadixite's not going to be green on the edge, but whatever. Well, this is how it'll be. X was your first Pokemon game. Mine was Diamond. Diamond, yeah. Pokemon X. It was X, not Y. That was the first Pokemon guide I did for IGN, and I've done a guide. Every Pokemon game that I've played has been associated with a guide. The other ones I didn't do a guide for was like Let's Go. I didn't do that, but I also didn't play that. And then also the Pokemon Diamond remake and Pearl. Didn't do a guide for that, but I also didn't play it. I did see that. I saw some. I saw one spoiler thing, and I was like, okay, time to bounce. Time to be a little worried about what you see around here. So I do want to stay spoiler free for this one, because every other time, it's like it's almost unavoidable. Yeah, you are welcome. How many? Yeah, okay. Maybe we shouldn't talk about spoilers. Never mind. Don't tell me. I can ask you later. I don't know what to do from this point. I kind of want to just get the big general main layout of this area, and then start filling it in with like some of the big ruins and gaming references and gameplay important things. I think that's kind of what makes me excited. Is I also don't fully know. Like I understand some of the basic gameplay, but like, what's the goal? What are you doing? You're just collecting stuff and bringing it back. I don't know. I'm kind of excited about that, to kind of just walk in and figure it out on my own. Especially because you know that like they're gonna love to talk. They're gonna do a whole bunch of tutorials, and it'll be nice to just be able to say, "Hey, I actually don't know anything. I actually need these tutorials." Oh no, I'm getting really nervous because I don't know what to do from here. And I feel like streaming 1 hour is not enough. Okay. Oh yeah, and like I don't have it pre-ordered or anything. I'll be looking at the reviews too. All right, Banjo. No, stop doing that. Why does that keep turning on? Get over here. Yeah, this is absolutely enormous. We don't want that. I don't want that. This part especially is huge. Why is it so big? This needs to be over here. And again, I can adjust all this as I please later. I do want this area to be fairly large right there, but like not that big. Okay, I'm more comfortable with that. I could do first surprise. I was thinking maybe even playing it on here. I don't know what I'm gonna do the Mario Party Top 1000. I made a few logos. I could show those. I could show that. Let me just find it real quick. Okay, so here so I added this. It's supposed to be top 100, which I should probably show. Where's that logo? So this is the logo for the top 100. This is the official logo. I made this. So I added the extra 0 here, and then I made this bigger. But then I also got a few color options. And because I'm not going to use red, I want it to be different. We have light blue, we have dark blue, we have yellow, and we have green. Cool. So I have done a little bit for the project. I didn't design it from scratch. I took the top 100 logo, grabbed one of the zeros, and duplicated it and put it next to it. Even like cleaned it up so it actually looks like it fits. And then I took like the top 100 lettering, I increased the size, and I fixed, because if you increase the size, it's gonna mess with the like the underneath shadow portion of it. Fix that up, and then I changed the coloring through Photoshop. I'm excited for that whole series. I think it'll be fun. You know what? Is that correct? Is that what I want? Hmm. Well, this is interesting. I could probably pull this back a whole bunch, given how much room is up here now. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Oh, what song is this? I don't know. Luminosity. Before that was Gate. Before that was Cinna and Dexio. This is another good thing. Guess we're just doing X and Y today. The shuffle has been turned off. Oh, it cannot be all that way, actually. Because there's going to be a little something right here. And I think generally this outer layer will be... Okay, let's not touch this. Or this. Will be a little higher. Maybe not that much. But a decent amount. I liked them. I thought they were. It was a nice step up from, or like a first nice attempt at 3D and then that whole thing. Mega Evolutions were. Well, that's the thing. Like Mega Evolutions, I liked, and the stuff in Generation 7 with like the Z moves, I just seemed like such a gimmick. Like what a complete. Just we need a feature. Let's just do it. That kind of thing. Yeah. Also, this has to be moved up. Huh. Yeah, I'm still trying to plan it all out here. This is actually a really large space, and it does not need to be. Really does not. So what we're going to do is remove that. I guess today is all about... This is too big. We need to make this a lot smaller. Which is all part of the process. Oh, here you go. Classic theme, right? And so the idea I have for the background here, I'll just kind of do like a mild demonstration. It would be like... duh, duh. You'll have like mountain shapes here. You know, all around. Okay, it won't be all weird like that, but around here will be mountain shapes, and then in the back, you'll be able to see buildings. So like there's a city beyond the mountains. Like this, and it'll be neon shaped. And it'll be farther back. This is just me like showing you something real quick, but that's kind of the idea. Mountains, they'll be smaller so you can actually see. And then city in the background, there will be a little road here that you can't access, and then it'll show up here to a little road here, then like a little trailer or something over here. That's the excavation site. And this will be like the whole excavation center, like a little tent or a big tent, trailer, little area for parking, then more excavation stuff on the sides here. And maybe like a crane over here that gives the verticality that I want. Goes up here, something. I don't know. This is going to be a whole level. I don't know what the whole chat's going on about with Omega Ruby and all that, but I'm going to just say, okay. Uh-oh. What happened here? Right, maybe just leave that for now. Or not. Yeah, leave it for now. Wait, what is this here? I think I just did that. Okay, I think that's fine. It's got like a little path. Let's get some more just rando textures in here. Probably not from here, but why not? Let's see what we can find. This doesn't repeat, unfortunately. That'd be kind of nice. Grab it, just in case. Also doesn't repeat, which is unfortunate. These are more detailed. These are bigger too. I don't know what's going on in the chat. Kinda don't want to weigh in. Interesting. Good for the excavation site. What if I tried this? Make the texture based on this, a ground texture, which I'm probably not going to even use, considering I want this to be vaporwave or whatever. But let's do it anyway, because I'm in that mood, I guess. Okay, now let's do normal. Can I patch it out? It's not very good for this side. Eh? And then let's do... Oof. Okay, let's do... How big is this texture that it... 60 only does that? Oh, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Yeah, it's gotta be bigger than that. Here it looks good. Over here it needs to increase a little bit. Okay. Now let's put it back. So negative 100. And now let's do the other side. Whoops. Change that to 0, and then this to negative 100. Yeah. I prefer Pokemon contests more, and Hoenn and Sinnoh's anime more than... Oh, that's even beyond me. Yeah, I'm not going to know there. Oh, geez, dang. You guys really went into it, and I'm just not going to read all that, really, is the thing, because I'm supposed to be doing this. It's going to take a long time. I'm going to hope that everyone's having a fruitful and engaging conversation. Oh, this is 64 by 64, which is great. And again, I don't know why I'm doing all this, because I don't know if I'm actually going to use all this. I was going to try to take this. I'm going to plop it in here. Ooh. Like, can I do a... Let's do brush. Do that. So it kind of blends in a little more, I guess. I can't even tell what that is. Let's do Control J. See how it looks. Kind of want this one. I can make 2 versions of it. I can always go back and try to touch that up too. But I'm probably not going to use these textures is the thing. It's not very good that this is like, it almost looks like a path, which is not great. Yeah, kind of messed up with that. I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right. Well, none of them look great. That's number one. I have plans for this level. I have plans for it, but they're not... I need more drawing out for a better understanding of where everything goes. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to stop for now. I think this is a good intro. You get a little sense of how the level will be. A lot of stuff to discover inside the excavation site. Crane, tent, parking, beach, kind of ocean of synthwave nonsense, mountains, city in the back. That's all scenery. and that. Yeah. Okay, let me check and see who's online. Or, oh, I wonder if Banjo-Kazooie has been released. It'd be interesting to see who's playing. Someone's doing a Banjo-Kazooie damageless attempt. That's interesting. Oh, I can hear myself talking. Let me turn that off. Neo Doodles has a birthday. Let's take a look. Chicks detected, thank you. Okay, we can. If it's a birthday, we can raid the birthday stream. Okay, there and looks like he's playing Smash Ultimate, which is always fun. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone. I need more planning before I stream, but I do think this was a good hour and a half. You get a good idea of everything, and yeah, if you have more ideas, please tell me in the Discord. I will very much consider it, like I did today with the whole disco ball thing as the pumpkin. I love that so much, and I actually created a whole idea for an underground, workers getaway party thing. It's a whole thing, and I'm excited to do that. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night or day, wherever you are. See you next time. Goodbye.